Hey everybody, and welcome back to the HobbyNut 007 channel and the Model Car Cup series. Well, between now and January 1st, I am trying to do some planning and putting together some build sheets for upcoming projects for 2025, as well as marking my calendar for shows, contests, swap meets. And throughout the year, I collect as many of the brochures for the following year as I possibly can. I want to share those with you today. And who knows, you've got time to mark them on your calendar, and maybe we can meet up at a couple of these shows. So as I've been doing some planning, I put together these that I have flyers on right now. And y'all know, as I get new information on new shows, I will post that immediately so you can get it on your calendar. But I think I've got about 10 or so shows here, so let's get into them. Stick around. Okay guys, if you don't have your pen, pencil, calendar, whatever ready to make some notes, you can find most of the brochures for these shows either on the Facebook page for these clubs, or most of them have websites, Facebook pages, and a lot of these shows are IPMS, International Plastic Modeler Society, so you can go to IPMS-USA and pull up the events section, and you can go to their websites through there if it's an IPMS club, and you can print out their brochures as well as their entry forms, things like that. But just so you'll know, we'll go through these real quick. Let me back off just a little bit, and I'll hold these up closer as we need to. First up, and these, I tried to get them in order date-wise, but forgive me, some of them may be a little bit off, but you get an idea. The first one is the Chattanooga ModelCon 25, and this is hosted by the Chattanooga Scale Modelers, and this is, of course, in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is on January 10th and 11th. And here's some information about the show. I did print this one off of their website, and if you're interested in being a vendor or just general information, there's your contact information there, the emails for these guys, or just go to www.chattanoogamodelers.com. And what I don't have a list of the categories, that kind of thing for, you'll find that on their Facebook or website. And the theme for this year's show, for the Chattanooga show, is sci-fi. So have some fun with that. Next up, and this is a model contest and vendors, and this is on Saturday, January the 11th, and this one is hosted by the Harbor City Modelers Guild and Florida's West Coast Automotive Modelers, and this one is in Melbourne, Florida, again on January the 11th. And there's your categories and your contact information. If you want to be a vendor, you can contact any of these folks here. And again, check out their Facebook page or the website. And this is their second annual show. And this, Melbourne, Florida, that's one I'm going to have to put on my calendar down the road. I've got to check my calendar first. I think we're occupied that weekend, but I'll check. All right, next up, the South Carolina Modelers Association, January the 18th in Spartanburg, South Carolina, my hometown. And this is at the 4 Points by Sheridan. This is a nice hotel. And check out the room rate, $89. Quite a deal in today's world, but this is a super nice Sheridan hotel, and it's right off of Business 85. Great categories, easy location to get to, and again, if you're in the area, go ahead and get this on your calendar. I know the guys from Acme, the group, these guys usually come up and support the SCMA shows, as well as I know there's people from 4 or 5 states usually get to these shows, and they do a good job. But put that down on your calendar, January the 18th in Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's the Hope It Don't Snow show. And I know they're doing some big upgrades to this for next year too. But I look forward to this new location too. Next up is JaxCon, Jacksonville, Florida. I know Matthew Inman and a lot of guys always talk about JaxCon, going to JaxCon. It's a 2-day show, and you see they have pizza Friday night, food trucks on site for Saturday, huge raffle, top dollar prizes Saturday. I have always heard great things, and this is penciled on my calendar. I'm not sure yet how that's going to go, but we're going to do our best to try it. I printed this off of IPMS's website, and it is the JaxCon 2025, but these dates that are on the brochure actually say the 16th and 17th, which is a Monday and Tuesday, which I think you'll notice it also says 24. I think that inadvertently got left off. So I think, and I'm getting that verification on it now, but I think it's actually February the 14th and 15th. But great information there. There is your location and your contact information if you want to be a vendor. There's your vendor tables, and you can get a hold of Gil Hodges right there if you want to be a vendor, or any other information. You can go to their website. They do have a website, and verify that. But JaxCon, yeah, looks a little, I really do want to make that. I've been trying to do that for 2 years and I hadn't done it yet. Next up is one that I go to every year, and that is the Mid-Carolina Model Car Swap Meet. It's not a contest, it's just strictly a swap meet in Salisbury, North Carolina, right off of I-85. It is great. This is February the 15th. And this show, I go up there to cover it as well as to just kind of browse, and I always find something new and great and exciting that I cannot live without. Great group of vendors. Alan does an absolutely outstanding job with this, and there's your location and contact information. So if you have an interest in being a vendor, by all means get a hold of Alan, because this is always a top-notch show. If you've seen the last 3 years, I've done some coverage of the show, the vendors and all, and it's really a good get-together. Now, these two aren't necessarily in order, but this is off of IPMS's web page, and they don't have their... I couldn't find a flyer on these yet, but they do have Facebook pages and websites, so you can contact them through the websites. But on February 22nd, the Old Dominion Open in Richmond, Virginia, and again, you can go to, IPMS Richmond. And the other one, this is date-wise a little out of sequence. This is also in Virginia, and this is just, I think, southwest of D.C. in Northern Virginia. But on April the 12th, IPMS Northern Virginia Model Classic 2025. And again, you can go to IPMS's website, click on their the link to their website, and you can get further information, categories, and again, the brochures to fill out in advance on those pages. Then we've got a show that I've been to for the last 2 years, and I have loved it, and it's already on my calendar. And that is Dennis always puts on the MDA Quality Model Car Classic. This thing is absolutely awesome. This year the theme is bubble tops. So any of those big-winded, bubble-topped old Buick, Chevys, Olds, Pontiacs, anything with that big bubble top. And I think those are really cool. I think I've got one stuck somewhere back, an old one that I may try to break out. And let's see, the sub-theme is 1955 Chevys. So 70 years of the 55 Chevy. But great, and oh, I'm sorry, March the 8th. Didn't put that down, at the Berglund Center in Roanoke, Virginia. Absolutely awesome, awesome show. And your categories and rules are on the back. Again, hit the Facebook page or the website for the MDA model contest and swap meet. The vendors here are always absolutely off the chain too. But really a great show. Like I said, Dennis and the guys just absolutely awesome job with the MDA show. March 8th, 2025. Then we have in March, on March the 15th, we have AtlantaCon 2025, and this is, of course, in Marietta, Georgia, just north of Atlanta. And this is hosted by the IPMS Marietta Scale Modelers and IPMS Atlanta. This is always a good show, and this is a big show. IPMS, these guys, this is a group that hosted the IPMS Nationals in Atlanta probably about 10 or 12 years ago now, but they always put on a really good show. There's your information, location, and so forth, as well as the vendor contact information. And you can just go to IPMS Atlanta con at gmail.com. Send them an email. And their Facebook page is AtlantaCon IPMS Model Show. And when you pull it up, you'll also get all of your categories and your best ofs and all that kind of stuff. Really good information. And like I said, this is a class group of guys, and they do a really good show too. Then on March 15th as well, this is the Buckeye Classic, and this is in Hilliard, Ohio. And I used to go to shows in Ohio frequently, and I haven't in a long time, and I'm going to have to put that back on my calendar. But this is also, again, on March the 15th, and it is an NNL style classic. There's some of your, and their theme, by the way, is fives. Any model ending in 5. And then there's the 71 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Revell Kit Only Challenge. And hotel information and some other goodies there, and some of the sponsors, things like that. So you can head over, and this is also an IPMS club, but you can head over, check out their Facebook page or the website, the Buckeye Classic. And then on March 29th, we have in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the Beachcon, which this year's theme is the Pacific Rim. Then your categories, and you can they've got a great website too. You can go right to their website and pull down all this information. Great map to the location, but right there on the coast. So Beachcon, hosted by the Grand Strand Scale Modelers there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Again, another group of guys, great group of guys, and they do a really good job there. And then on April the 5th, 2025, this is a first annual. This is the Spring Fling Model Swap Meet. There's no contest here. Like Salisbury, this is just a swap meet. And die-cast military models, Hot Wheels, you name it, they'll have it all. And I know the guy that's putting this on, David Birch, I've known for many years. David's got a great passion for the hobby. There's his contact information. If you're interested in being a vendor, get a hold of him, and he will, I'm sure, hook you up. There's your location. And again, this is on April the 5th in Shelby, North Carolina. So if you're in the area, I guarantee you this one will be worth coming to. And then one of the big shows of the year, just like Atlanta, this is one of the largest in the country, if not the largest actually, and that is NNL East in Wayne, New Jersey. Model car shows, Scale Marketplace, Cottage Industry Expo. If there's anybody as far as vendors go that are anybody, this is where you usually find them. This, Atlanta, NNL West, a lot of the big shows have been around a long time. And again, this is in Wayne, New Jersey. There's your address and your contact information. And if you're interested in being a vendor, or go to their website. They have a great website with all kinds of contact information. nnleast.com. Real simple. And this year's theme, you got a couple of themes that are similar, is going around in circles. So your show theme is circle track vehicles. So I am eager to take my 32nd scale Earnhardt car, as well as the Mustang should be done by then, as a sub-theme, race team transporter. So if you've got a transporter, a way to transport cars, and when I first saw the transporter thing, I immediately thought, between the car and the transporter, about my buddy John Larkin and now that's cool that I did here not long ago, because man, that one would do really well there, I think. But NNL East, again guys, anybody that's anybody, big names are usually at this show. All the magazines will be there. You can't say enough about NNL East. It's kind of like Atlanta for me. It's just wow. It's big. So mark that on your calendar, April the 26th, Wayne, New Jersey. Next up, on May the 17th, is the SCMA Upstate contest. This is in Simpsonville, South Carolina, in the upper part of South Carolina. And this is always a good size show. You can go to the Facebook page and get a copy of the brochure printed off there too. There's your automotive and non-automotive categories. You've got the box stock shootout, which is one of those that is a very serious out-of-box, honing those out-of-box skills. And then you've got a couple other themes every year that are the same, and that is the 2025 Stock Car Challenge. And then you've got the Big Drag Classic, which is just drag cars. And this is probably SCMA's biggest show of the year. And again, guys come from the 4 or 5 states to this one as well. And this one, I couldn't get it to format right, so it's huge, the paperwork is, but this is May 31st. And this is the Smoky Mountain Model Con in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I've been to this one in years past, and it's a good one too. And you can go to IPMS. That's where I got this off of their website, actually. But you can get the information there. And you also have a place you can click for the registration forms, the entry forms, and then a list of the categories there. And if you need to get a hold of someone for information, you'll find that on the Facebook or the website page. I don't think I have it on this one. No, I don't. But my bad there, guys. I will update that as I can. But there is your location for that. In Knoxville, Tennessee, May 31st. Then we have the River City Rumble, and this one is in Memphis, Tennessee. And I encourage you to go to their Facebook page as well. This is hosted by the Riff Raff Scale Auto Model Car Club. Cool emblem there. But the River City Rumble, and this is on June 14th. And your basic information is here, and then your categories, rules, so forth back here. And I was trying to see vendor information if you're interested in being a vendor. Yeah, vendor tables. There's your information there. And again, you can get this information from the IPMS website, or excuse me, their Facebook page. Yeah, just visit the Facebook page at Riff Raff Scale Model Car Club. Oh, get it in frame there, guys. But there's your contact information for them. So if you are in the Memphis, Tennessee area, there you go. Then we have the Low Country SEMA show, which is on July the 26th. 2025, this was the first time I had been to this new location. Well, the new location that they were in was the first time last year. And it was really, really nice. It was at Trident Technical College. And the building they were in was, let me tell you, it was a first-class facility. And there's all your information, as well as your information for their website. And the themes for this show is European and Japanese Challenge. The 70-year, basically it's the 70th birthday of the Chevy Small Block. So Chevy Small Block, and the 250th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. So hey, hoorah, Semper Fi. So that is July 26th. So mark that on your calendar. And Charleston, South Carolina is a beautiful, beautiful place. If you've never been there, great time to visit. And last on the list for right now anyway, and this is on September the 6th, 2025 in Greenville, Tennessee. And this is the Head for the Highlands, hosted by the Scale Model, the Appalachian Scale Modelers Association. This past year, and if you remember, I covered this show, and it was the first time I had been to Greenville, Tennessee. And let me tell you, this was a very well put on show. Great vendors. Met up with a lot of guys that I didn't know were going to be there, and a lot of them that I knew were going, and another encouraging reason for me to go. But this was a really class show. So mark this on your calendar as well if you live in the area. They've got a host hotel if you do not. All the information is there. But these guys, I was really impressed with these guys. So I will be going back this year, barring no problems or anything. And there's your location. And they've got a website coming soon, but I think they have a Facebook. In fact, I know they have a Facebook page. But the Appalachian Scale Modelers Association, and there's all of your categories. And if you need any information on vendor tables, anything like that, let me back off here a little bit, guys. There's you some good information there too. And I get people send me stuff all the time as far as shows for coverage and all that stuff go. And I encourage you, do that if you have any flyers or anything like that. Email them to me. I can print them off, and I'll be glad to give them a shout out as well. Even if it's something in California or someplace that I probably, good chance I wouldn't make it to. But, and by the way, if you're in in California or in the West anywhere, NNL West has their final show on January the 4th of this year. And that's kind of sad to see a lot of these shows go. I know I used to go to Toledo every year to the NNL Nats. And I miss that. And always great fellowship, vendors. And a lot of these things, as you've heard me say many, many times, I go sometimes, even if I don't have a model ready, I'll go for the sake of the shopping, but more importantly, so I can sit down and visit with some guys that I have known for many years and get to meet up with a lot of you guys that I don't know. So this has really been a lot of fun. And when we share something like this kind of hobby that it's a lot of fun, and the friendships that I've made, wow. Some of you, it seems like I've never not known you. So it's just been a pleasure, a treat, and a blessing for Amanda and I too, because we've made some great friendships through these things. Well, guys, that's it for this one. And like I said, as I get new information, I will forward it right along. But these are some of these I definitely have on my calendar. Some are the same date, so it's going to be kind of hard to figure that out. But that's okay. That's okay. And people say the hobby's dying. Huh, not quite. And I know there's some that are in these date frames in the first, say, 4 months of the year that I don't have a brochure or a flyer on right now. So, like I said, if there's anything that you got, let me know. Okay, guys, that's it for this one. Hope y'all had an absolutely awesome Christmas. I'll be showing you a couple things that I got in the mail that are going to help me modeling-wise, too, that I think are just cool in the next coming videos. But like I was saying in the beginning, I'm putting together my build sheets and stuff for 2025, and in, I think, the next video or so, I want to do a video on what I have planned and what I'm working on the build sheets for right now for Atlanta next year. And we'll get into that a little bit. Well, maybe in the next one. Guys, God bless. Hope you have an absolutely awesome week, and I will see you in the next video. Later, guys.